Okay, the history of socio-economic development in Malaysia is one of relative underperformance. Although Malaysia's economic growth and social indicators have outperformed regional peers such as Thailand, the Philippines and Indonesia, other countries such as South Korea, Singapore, Taiwan and Hong Kong have outperformed Malaysia by many times since the 1980s. While there is a widespread consensus that Malaysia is at a crossroad, there is less consensus about which road to follow to achieve world-class education, health and quality of life that reflects that of a high-income economy. Distinguished audience, if I could just carry on, although I would like to do a bit of introduction to make a mention of my fellow panels in the manifesto, but I think I'll cut off with that and straight away go into this path. Our Saudara Rafizi and Wabi Tony would have enlightened us slightly later. May I just continue? The task for the next Malaysian government with regard to national transformation is of a different order of magnitude. Doing more of the same things will not change and would not place us on a different trajectory of change and competitiveness. Yeah. This resource-rich nation requires a sea change in its social, institutional and economic system. Wary of being subjected to the unending economic woes, with every changing of the guard that has helmed this nation, there is a growing despair and a sinister contempt. This presents an obstacle to effecting genuine change and sustainable reform. Worst of it all is the negative perceptions, real or otherwise, and a sense of lost trust that whatever policies be proposed and whatever resources and however colossal be devoted to pursuing them, social and economic position of the vast majority of Rakyat will not change. For that reason and that reason alone, the time has come for this nation to seriously consider a regime change as to allow the nation to take a political breather. I'm sure you would agree to that. With the month of all elections looming ever closer, Pakatan Rakyat now presents to the Rakyat a manifesto entitled Pakatan Harapan Rakyat, or the People's Pact and the People's Hope. The future is here. Planning on four fundamental trust: fraternity or brotherhood of the people, Rakyat bersaudara; the people's economy, economy rakyat; the people's well-being, kesejahteraan rakyat; and the people's government, kerajaan rakyat. The Pakatan Manifesto promises and is committed to ensuring justice, peace and equality for all the rakyat, a socially just development. It clearly defines its mission of achieving a socially just development and shall be constantly guided by a people-centric paradigm versus crony-centric. Our policies which endeavor to uphold the aspirations of the Rakyat are clearly against favoring the interests of the elites and their cronies, which have resulted in an unequal society. Of many disenfranchised have little people, and a minute rich and the super rich elites. It is our commitment to continue to have our clean and transparent government. It's no longer a rhetoric now, it is an ongoing process. We offer the Rakyat our administration that is based on good governance, guided by moral principles and universal values. We want and will continue to administer Malaysia with trust, accountability and competency, which will see a rise in prosperity of the Rakyat and a dignified life for all. We shall endure the fraternity and brotherhood of all mankind and strive for continuous improvement. The biggest denomination that binds us together is the fact that we are all Malaysians, despite our plurality in religious beliefs, ethnic groupings, and being culturally diverse. In that sense, we are a Malaysian first society. In a society that celebrates and accepts differences as a source of strength that will provide for a strong foundation of a renewed community life. The embodiment of Islam and other religious teachings by the Rakyat shall foster a spirit of mutual and profound respect and understanding of each other's belief and cultural values, and not as a division and dissension as recently witnessed in the case of the Kanimau. We are against religious bigotry and religious and racial narrow-mindedness. If I may quote the words of the Quran with your permission, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Ya ayyuhan nas, inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha, wa ja'alnakum shu'aba wa qaba'ila lita'arafu, inna akramakum 'indallahi atqakum. O you mankind, and this particular verse is special. It's no longer addressing believers of Islam or believers of the Muslim faith, because it is addressed, ayyuhan nas, O you the entire mankind. You have been created from a single soul, male and female, and from thenceforth springs tribes, nations, and so that perchance li ta'arafu, so that you know and you foster fraternity and brotherhood amongst one another, and not that you despise each other. So this politics of li ta'arafu, politics of mutual understanding, profound respect for the other, is significant in the very paradigm of Pakatan's Rakyat manifesto and the total framework of our common policy framework. By promoting the appreciation of universal values which Islam and other religions embrace, we aim to produce a virtuous Malaysian society comprising of discerning individuals who possess integrity, diligence, and enterprising spirits, and shall not fall easy prey to the insinuation of greed, corruption, and embezzlement of ill-gotten wealth. And for a lack of common terminology, our effort is to forge and empower a model that includes the Rakyat as important employees, stakeholders, and beneficiaries in what I would like to borrow in a social market economy construct that is unique to our needs, as to propel this nation ahead with creating productive market outcomes in a socially just development. And if I may say, it is a marriage, and this is really significant. You know, if for the lack of, as I said earlier, of a correct terminology, that balancing act of enhancing the social, the welfare economy, the social aspect of enhancing, of the caring nation, the negara berkebajikan, the benevolent state as aspires and aspires by past, together with getting the best out of a market economy. And this is a challenge for Pakatan. How do you, while remaining benevolent and caring to the Rakyat as a whole, yet able to ensure that the market itself, is not stifled by all forms of rent-seeking activities, monopolies that are, that are unbridled. This is a challenge for Pakatan Rakyat. It is for us to make you believe and for you to buy that manifesto of us, the Pakatan Harapan Rakyat, that attempts at finally producing a socially just development for us to carry forward this nation in the league of the developed nation with its particular, with its particular construct of still having religious values, and cultural values that form the cornerstone of a renewed community life, of a new Malaysia, of realizing a deferred dream that has long, been deferred. So that this is what we offer you, Pakatan Harapan Rakyat. I thank you.